It's been some time since the cube system has been announced for Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris, aka the loot box for the game, as well as some microtransactions. I waited a little to speak on the topic, and I also tried reaching out to SAO Games lead Yosuke Futami on the matter to clarify certain unknowns, but I have received no answer so far. I'd say I have provided enough time for a clarification, and since none was provided, we gotta roll with information we have available right now. And thus the speculation varies from, this is much better than outfit DLCs that they sold for earlier games, at least I can earn them now, to something like, oh my god, this is probably the most sinister thing imaginable to tack onto a single player focused game before you remember the likes of Assassin's Creed Odyssey actually exist. Welcome everyone, it's me Gamerturk, and let's talk about microtransactions in Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris. For starters, yes, I will now be putting my own face into news videos as well to showcase YouTube that it is in fact me speaking for dozens of minutes in the video, just as another safeguard against their lackluster review causing my entire channel to be demonetized because the reviewers lack the context about the value I bring to my videos, which is like 20 minutes of me speaking, which also probably makes it very obvious that I am just reading my script from the screen, as I like doing for these kinds of videos to have a proper structure instead of rambling, but whatever. Hey there, Mr. YouTube reviewer. Have a great day. It is indeed I, Gamerturk, talking about the news, making interpretations based on said news, and sharing my opinions on the news. That's me. Give me back my monetization. Until then, you all can support me on Patreon or checking out sweet merch like the Lens Squad stuff I have available. There has to be an easier way to read from the script without my eyes going so far down. Anyways, as I covered in a news video just over a week ago, we had tons of reveals regarding Sword Art Online Alicization Lycoris, and one of those reveals was the cube system, tied into both the daily mission system and the SAO coins premium currency acting as the microtransaction system. The gist of it is, Alicization Lycoris is seemingly designed to be more of a live service game. We will have monthly raids, which will be free for all players. But of course, like any other game that tries to be a live service, Alicization Lycoris aims for a more recurring revenue stream as well with its microtransactions. Now, we got daily missions that we complete to get tickets, and with those tickets we can pull from the cube system. The cube contents will offer a variety of cosmetics like outfits and weapon skins. The key point, the first key point, is that the cube itself is not purchasable like a traditional loot box, so on its own, complete a mission to get a random reward from a cube is technically no different than kill a boss, get a random reward from its loot pool. The second key point is that while you cannot purchase a cube, SAO coins, the premium currency for Alicization Lycoris, allows you to directly purchase individual items offered within the cube system. The third key point is that according to a press release from Bandai Namco UK, you can collect all the items inside of a cube if you complete the daily quests each day. That's the three core pieces of information we have available. However, while it is easy to interpret a very player-friendly system here, it is equally possible to interpret it as a very predatory system, simply due to the vagueness of certain statements, but let me go step by step. For starters, the loot box being non-purchasable is a huge plus. That means the system itself does not go into the gambling territory like something like FIFA Ultimate Team, for example, or those atrocious mobile gachas. Having the option to purchase specific items on its own as a concept, that's not a bad thing. In fact, if you look at previous SAO games, they have additional purchasable only outfits not included in your base game, and compared to something like that, the cube system is effectively giving you a route to earning them by simply playing instead of being forced to pay. That is literally objectively a plus compared to paid only bonus outfits, but we gotta go one step further. And that is kind of a big but. With the third point, we get into a very muddy ground there that can go both ways. There are two major concerns that all come down to availability of items. First off, the statement from the press release is as follows. If players log on daily and complete each daily quest, they can obtain all the items from the cubes and deck out their characters. Now, it's obviously very cool if you're a hardcore player who will play this game daily to achieve exactly that, but what about those who do not play daily like a second job? It is completely up in the air if someone who may not be playing daily because, you know, they got more important things to do in life than religiously play a single game for hours every single day. Can these kinds of people still collect all the items through regular gameplay by doing the missions without a time limit? You know, whether it takes them 50 days or 5 years, whatever. Whether that kind of long-term dedication can attain the same results in a longer period of time, of course, but still, compared to a daily dedication over the course of a month, will they yield the same opportunities? That has not yet been clarified here, and the reason for this concern ties into the second point. On the informational slides that we got, the cube is mentioned as a cube volume 1, which is incredibly concerning from the availability perspective of items. Does that mean when cube volume 2 arrives, the contents of volume 1 will just poof, disappear forever, actively coercing you into purchasing things via microtransactions before they run out? Or is the future cube volume 2 a combination of items of all the new ones from the 2 as well as the items that existed in 1? That's the bit we need a clarification on. That is the breaking point, and sadly, neither Bandai Namco nor Yosuke Futami has shared any clarifications on the matter so far. If it's the latter, that's great. Impatient people who have resources to spend can just go purchase their things directly, whereas I can be very casual, play the game on my own terms, and even if it takes me years, I can collect every single item in the game, you know, like a normal game. I'll keep playing at my own pace without ever being coerced into purchasing something because in 5 days that elucidator is gonna disappear forever, never to return. If it's the former, prepare for trouble and make it double to protect Underworld from devastation, to unite all people within the human empire, to denounce the evils of microtransactions and psychological coercion, to preserve the accessibility of the cosmetics gently like the night sky above. You get the point, that doesn't rhyme either, but the moment there is any kind of psychological coercion going on to pressure people into purchasing into microtransactions, that's a major no-no. Especially in a single-player game, no less. I mean, such a thing would mean anyone who doesn't purchase the game day one, they automatically lose on a whole lot of cool items from the cube because there isn't enough daily missions before the things disappear. Someone who purchases the game when all the DLCs are released for a complete package, something like a complete edition perhaps, they never even get the opportunity to get those items in the first place. And considering the silence from Yosuke Futami, I actually do have fears that this may end up being the case. I certainly hope it isn't, of course, but the lack of any kind of clarification is certainly troubling. All in all, it's pretty much this minor difference that'll decide if the cube system is an amazing and player-friendly feature, or if it's just a psychological coercion mechanism to exploit players instead. Obviously, I truly do hope it's the former. I do trust Yosuke Futami and Akuri a lot, who are really passionate about just, providing a great game for the players. But with the trends in the gaming industry, I can't have full confidence in that statement. I do hope that Futami-san eventually decides to clarify the system rather than us players encountering a bad surprise on May 22nd. But until new announcements on the topic, this is all I can say on the matter, and I will continue to inform you on the topic should new developments arise. With that said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Only 16% of you are subscribed to my channel and missing out on all the important SAO news, whether game, anime or light novel related. And don't forget to hit the bell icon as well to actually be notified when I upload new videos. A new addition to the Land Squad merch is coming soon, so stay tuned for more amazing stuff. And of course, get your Land Squad merch if you haven't already. Don't forget to leave a like, and as always, thank you very much for watching, and a special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. I'll see you next time. Stay cool.